welcome to my garden. Today I'm going to do just a little bit of a tour of this area of the garden. So there's a lot of things growing here, and I thought I can just do a little tour today. And then also, George and I went to the nursery and we purchased some red salvias that I'd like to align around edges of the pergola with them for this summer. So we'll just go ahead and get that done. And if there is a noise, I apologize because our neighbors are cleaning their swimming pool. So hope that's not going to be bothering you today. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started and see what's in here. And before I start, I always would like to say that we live in France. We are originally from Colorado. I'm gardening in zone 8B. And yeah, anyway, we are in southwestern France. So this is the garden that I started from scratch completely. So here, okay, let's start from maybe this side. Let's start from here. So in this area, I have Japanese quince. Now this one didn't really bloom that much. This one is white, and I'm really excited about this. I planted this one only last year, so I did have one bloom all the way to the bottom of the shrub, but hopefully as it grows, I will start having more flowers on the branches. So we'll see, but I'm really excited about this. This is a beautiful one. I love, they're so pretty in a vase too for the cutting as well in the spring. So this is an Ito peony right here. I have one bud this year on this peony. So this is an intersectional peony, and it's called Hillary. This one is new for me. I haven't seen the flowers yet, but I do know that observing the pictures, this is a more of a pink variety. So we'll see. I'm excited to see the first flower this year. So as I continue from here, oops, I left the weed here. I did clean up this bed, but I missed one. So here I have clematis, and we will put this one because it just left the name for me. This is a blue variety. It's a double clematis, but we will go ahead and put the names on the bottom of the screen so you can see what it is. But I do have buds this year. It's doing really, really good. We've had lots of wind, so it's kind of been beating up the clematis a little bit. However, like this one, see, it's trying to climb itself up on a fence. But what I really want this one to do, I keep bringing this guy here because what I'd like it to do is climb up on this obelisk. So hopefully I can get him to do that, but we'll see. But you can see it start already producing buds right here, which is going to be really pretty, and the part of them is growing right here. So in this area I do have some love on a mist. I think that's what it's called, these beautiful plants. I left them because I really like to cut them for the vases, for the cut flowers. They're really pretty. They produce beautiful blue flowers, which maybe we can see on the other side. Some of them are already blooming, but I did let them spread a little bit because normally when I clear out my beds from the weeds, I remove all the weeds. Usually I remove everything, and so this year I've been really diligent to leave some around. Although they were ton, I had to get some out because they were just everywhere and cutting the light from everything else that was growing. So on the edges of this area, I planted tricolor jasmine, which is really, really pretty, and it's taking off. You can see here. So this is evergreen for me, and what it's going to do is continue creating evergreen hedge all around this bed, like here. And it has such an interesting variegation on this jasmine. You can see the colors are so beautiful, and I think eventually I will have a nice hedge here. There's several been planted here, and I think it's going to be really, really gorgeous the minute it starts really taking off and creating the hedge that I really wanted them to create. And then in between that, I planted osmanthus. This is a Burkwoodii osmanthus. I wanted to have some kind of formality. And I really didn't want it to plant boxwoods because we have real problem with the boxwoods in France or in Europe in general because of the that caterpillar that gets on boxwood and just destroys it. It just destroys it, and it's a constant battle all summer long. I've been already trying to spray them, and I've been already seeing them on my boxwoods. So it's a constant battle with them. I'm trying to just maintain what I have and not plant any more boxwoods and substitute them with some other evergreen types. And so here we have Osmanthus purpureae. This is a beautiful shrub. Although this is going to get big, I'm trying to keep it trimmed and maybe create a nice round bowl here for the, to bring the formality and the evergreen element for the winter interest in this part of the bed. So here I planted David Austin roses. This is a Queen of Sweden, and in fact I absolutely fell in love with the Queen of Sweden. I always wanted to have one. They were very beautiful roses for me. I actually have two. You can see I planted one here. In fact, I am considering very seriously to purchase a couple of more and kind of probably plant one here, and possibly one there, and kind of keep them. The only concern I have, I just don't want them to get so big. I'm not sure how big they will get. If you had Queen of Sweden roses, please let me know if I can control them, because I don't want them to get out of control, because excuse me, because there is not a whole lot of room here. So as we continue on, you can see I have several Japanese maple here. This one is Sir Damon. This Japanese maple I absolutely adore. It starts with almost yellow with red edges variegated. It's very, very beautiful. It's now changing to its color towards a chartreuse green for the summer, but you can see this one is a coral bark maple, and it will have this beautiful red bark in the winter time as a winter interest as well. And I absolutely love this Japanese maple here. And as we continue to the far, you can see I have a tree peony. This one has this very interesting, not quite red, but almost, I want to say, has a bit of an orange, maybe orange red tones, and it's just really, really beautiful. It's not as dark as the others, but has a very interesting color. This year I do have several buds on, several blooms on it. This is the first year that I actually have more than one, so it's looking really good. It's starting to get big and mature, so it will be really beautiful. I have what is it, Japanese anemones here, where some of them have already naturalized, but they're really beautiful in this more of a late summer, fall time, because they just, they just produce beautiful flowers, and they're very good for cut flowers as well. Here I have a dwarf forsythia, and I just really thoroughly enjoyed them this year. They're beautiful. They're not supposed to get super big, so maybe about 3 feet tall. That's the maximum height, so that they're going to be gorgeous. Here you can see I have another variety of Japanese maple. This one is called Ariadne. A very, very beautiful variety. Look at the colors. Look at this beautiful coppery pink color with very dark veins, and the leaf shape itself is just spectacular. Absolutely adore this tree. I wanted this tree. I'm so thankful that I have it. There is a hosta here. I'm not a big fan of hostas. I do like them because some areas they're just really kind of a needed plant where you just can't plant anything else. But I'm not really crazy of hosta fan, honestly. But I do like having them here there. So as we continue on, we have I have a heuchera here. This is a really beautiful heuchera called Marmalade. Beautiful, beautiful heuchera. I love this one. It's coming back really well. I have another one right there. I planted 2 clematis here. This one is J.F. Young, I believe. we'll go ahead and make sure that I give you the correct name. I believe it's a J.F. Young. This one, this is a blue variety. It's a group 2 pruning, but I think it's going to be really pretty. They're coming back really well, which is, I'm very, very happy with them. So I'm hoping to climb and cover this fence with the beautiful blue flowers eventually. So hopefully we will get there. Right behind me, this is a pinnacle hydrangea, and it's looking really, really good, doing really good this year. It was tucked in a little more shadier spot, which didn't do well. I transplanted this last year to this location, and I think it's going to do very well here. Right behind me is one of my absolute favorite, because it's Japanese maples for me. It is. There's so many beautiful varieties. It's hard to even tell which one is my favorite. It's just there is no favorite. Whatever it's at that moment, I can say it's my favorite. So this one is a Koto no Ito, a beautiful, beautiful Japanese maple. You can see how gorgeous. This is a very lacy, light, and it's going to get about maybe 6 feet tall in about 10 years. So in the fall, it has the beautiful golden transformation, and I really wanted to have that gold and yellow color here because I have lots of reds and other colors here, which to bring another beautiful color. So another Japanese maple here. This one is called Beni Meiko. Absolutely stunning spring color. It had that beautiful deep red, almost wine, beautiful color this spring. As you can see, it's starting to lighten up a little bit, and eventually it will change into more of a green and coppery for the summer color. But also, all the new leaves, all the new shoots will also have the red. So it's always beautiful in the summer because that red, it's still very vivid during the summer season. Here I have an obelisk, and I have 2 clematis planted here. The clematis are called multi-blue. They have really beautiful blue color, blue purplish color. They're supposed to be very vigorous, so I'm really excited to get them just cover this basically. So continue on this way. This is the clematis called Amber, and I really, really love this last year. The flowers were it was very small. It was almost invisible, and I thought, I'm not sure if I like this, but look how beautiful this is. So unique. It did really well coming back this year, and I'm hoping for this to climb up on this tree stem, and you can see how beautiful these flowers are. In my opinion, they are very light, they're very showy, they're very beautiful, and it's supposed to flower for a long periods of time, which is really, really nice in a garden where you have a plant that has a long flowering period. So as we continue here, this one is a honeysuckle. I have to look up the name. This one is not necessarily climber, and it's an evergreen. It's supposed to have a long blooming season, and it's more of a shrubby honeysuckle. I'm kind of excited to see what it's going to do because it's been very, very small for a long period of time, maybe for a few years. This year you can see it's taking off finally, and I'm hoping to see the flowers. And the honeysuckle flowers are absolutely, they just smell so wonderfully, and also it's supposed to flower, during summer season. So I will tell you more about this plant, but I will try to find the name and put that on a screen for you so you know what this honeysuckle variety is. As we continue here, we have more Japanese anemones. I have a Japanese spindle here, tricolor, and it's really, really pretty. I do love this one. I might have to bring a couple of other ones here. Might look really nice. This is a Japanese maple again that I absolutely love. I just transplanted this one. This one is called Shushidari, and it's very showy. It's not supposed to get super big, but it probably will make a nice, round dome here. Just has very, very beautiful coloration of the leaves. It's very pretty. So if I continue this way, you can see this Japanese maple, and which I really wanted to make sure you see this Japanese maple before it changes the color. This one is called Ukigumo, and I am so pleased because Ukigumo is I think it's also called floating cloud because of the airy and the whiteness. And this one is not very reliable every spring to have this beautiful white color. And I believe that when I was listening to Mr. Maple, they were saying that they do have a friend in southern France where reliably he does get this kind of color in the spring. And I thought, oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this because it has to do with the climate. I think they don't do as they don't come up with this color in more of a humid environment, so it has to be the right environment for them to reliably come back every spring with this gorgeous white color. And if you notice, sweetie, maybe you can come really close and you can see it has this spotted green on the leaves, and also you can see the pink edges of this beautiful, beautiful, delicate Japanese maple. This one is also has a very reliable, beautiful orangey reddish color in the fall. So the fall color is very reliable. The white in the springs are not as reliable. I'm just very happy that I can present this to you today. It's still growing. It was very small when I bought it, only a year and a half, 2 years ago that I planted this. And yeah, I'm just super excited. It stands out from anywhere in the garden. As we continue here, I have small hydrangeas, which I might have to replace them, or I might have to move them into some other places because I kind of like to plant rows here that I wanted to plant, because you know it does, since we removed the trees, and I think they're removing this one too here soon, so we are going to have a little more sun here. I'm excited to have another David Aston rose that I'm interested to try, so I might have to plant here. This is and you can see I have hosta, and I have hellebores here that they are doing really good. Hellebores are doing really good in this area. This is a beautiful, I want to say azalea, but I think they are, but I think they're rhododendrons. This is a deciduous azalea, and it has the most beautiful flowers. I absolutely adore this one. It has beautiful white color with the yellow eyes, and it's stunning. You can see behind me I have more hellebores. I have heuchras. These ones are peach flambe, I believe, and I adore them. Heuchras and hellebores and all this spring, all with these primroses. I need to remove all these florets. You can see there already, and we had lots of rain yesterday. So I need to go ahead and clean out all the dead flowers off of these primroses. They are perennial. They come back reliably. Very beautiful. It was just so beautiful in the spring in this area. Also here you can see I have Japanese, I'm sorry, I don't want to say Japanese. In this area here you can see I have another tree peony. Another tree peony, beautiful. And again, you know, the flowers got ruined just a little bit because we had 2 days of wind, and then we had a strong rain yesterday. I really wanted to show you the flowers before, but unfortunately it was just such a bad weather we couldn't even film it. But I'm sure that you can get the idea of just looking at this beautiful fuchsia purple flowers. And I think I missed the tree peony right here because as I just walked by, look at the size. Look at the size of these gorgeous tree peony flowers. Isn't this just something? And the tree, you can see the shrub is actually not very big. They're still very slow growers. But look at this. Oh, I just can't even imagine. Look how big, look at how small my hands look like next to it, and I do have big hands. They're just so beautiful. I have another one here, and this one is still growing, still doing good. I did transplant them about a year or so ago, so they're acclimating and they're really doing really, really good. More Japanese anemones here. We have a gorgeous Japanese maple. This Japanese maple called Olson's frosted strawberry, and you can see how beautiful this is. Oh my goodness. Stunning, stunning tree. I would highly recommend this tree. It's so beautiful. Here I planted baptisia, a couple of baptisias here. I never had baptisias before, so this is my first year with them. And this one is called this one is a lemon meringue. I'm really excited. So the lemon meringue and the Dutch chocolate. I have two baptisias, Dutch chocolate, lemon meringue, that are growing here. So I think they will take quite a bit of a space. So I'm trying to kind of leave some space for them to grow. I do have a rhododendron here. It's doing okay. Rhododendrons are just really struggling for me just because I have alkaline soil. I mean, I keep giving them acidic properties. They are doing a little better. You can see that they have they're greening out a lot more. Looks like I'm going to have some flowers, but I'm still working on them. It takes time for the soil to really become acidic around them, and it just takes time. I did plant some dahlias here, and I thought it would be really pretty to have some beautiful summer color here as well. This is a very pretty Japanese maple. This one is called Johin. I have a spider. Woo! This one is a Johin, and it's just look, and this I believe this is a Shirisawanum. I'm not sure, but please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is a Shirisawanum variety, and you can see the leaves are so different than a palmatum's, and it has that beautiful red, bronzy kind of color, but it starts with such a chartreuse green right in the center of it from the heart, and then it just goes. So next we have clematis, which we planted last year, and I think if you guys have been following my videos, you probably remember that we planted this last year. So this one is called Pink Champagne, and one of my favorite clematis. So I actually had one of those in my Colorado garden, and every spring it was an amazing show. So I really wanted to have this Pink Champagne in this garden as well. But I have one bloom here, which is really nice, that I can show you what it's like. I don't know, sweetie, can you see?
Yes.
Okay. This is very beautiful. So you can see it has a light lavender blue centers, and then it has dark fuchsia edges on the plant, and it's quite big. It's very showy, very beautiful. I mean, I can put my hand right next to it and you can see how big the flower is. This is a beautiful clematis, and it's doing really good. I planted two here because I wanted this to be full, and honestly this will probably cover in next couple of years. It will be fully covered. So this is really beautiful. I do have some hybrid tea roses here. They're more of a dark varieties because I just I gravitate towards the lighter colors naturally, but then I realized that I'm lacking nice dark colors in the garden, and like last year I decided to go ahead and add more dark color roses, and they did really well for me. So you can see they're doing good. They've been pruned and fertilized, and they're doing very nicely. They were bare root when I planted, so looking really good. Here I have another heuchera, and I think that might be the maybe Forever Red. Might be Forever Red or Peach Plumbae, maybe Peach Plumbae, and then this one is the Forever Red right there. And they've done really well in the sun. They've been taking the sun very well. Here I have several delphiniums that I planted. I have 3 delphiniums here as a grouping. Dusty Miller, which I pruned, got really big and leggy, so I went ahead and pruned that, and it seemed like doing really good and compact at the moment. Then we have another forsythia. Oh, and I forgot to mention this beautiful Ito peony. This is one of my absolute favorites. This is a not easy one to find, but it's called Copper Kettle, and it has burnt orange color in the spring, and it's so beautiful. Kind of a burnt orange, a little maybe touch of pink, but it's very, very pretty and very unusual Ethiopian, which I absolutely adore. And you can see here I lined the area, the edges with the boxwoods, and I kind of like that look. I'm glad that I went ahead and brought the formality to this garden. Here I wanted to bring to your attention this area. I haven't really touched, honestly. I did pull a couple of weeds. I do need to remove some more weeds here. Now we put this shed together here, which I was really, really excited. Now we do need to level it. I think it's not level, or it got settled, so George and I need to get here, figured out how to level it out and stuff, which is nice, fine, it's not a problem. But then I need to recreate more of a beautiful space here, which I'm going to do. I might have to have our new kitty, I might bring a cat home here. We'll just have to see. That means that I might have to move my Japanese maple. But before any of all those plants, I have let's just go back. I do have an idea how to create a landscape around this shed, which is going to be really beautiful. I think I'm going to bring up the containers, rectangular containers around here to plant up with beautiful flowers. And for most part, I'll show you when it's done, or we can do it together and you will see. But what I wanted to show you today is this Japanese maple. This is a Shirisawanam variety. This is not palmatum. This is it's a Shirisawanam moonrise, and it's starting to go into more of a chartreuse color at the moment. But when it started leafing out, it was very deep copper. Beautiful orange coppery color leaves, and you can see the shape of the leaves are incredible. They are so beautiful. Shirisawanam is just such a gorgeous, and this tree was very small. I planted only last year, and this year you can see it vigorously has grown. It's done really well. Absolutely beautiful, and it's taking sun really, really well, because we do get hot afternoon sun here in this area, and it's done incredible. Beautiful Japanese maple. Highly would recommend this one. There's another Japanese maple here that I wanted to talk about. This one is a rainbow. This is a very, very beautiful Japanese maple. I was very excited when I bought this, and you can see it has right here is probably the best place that I can best area leaf that I can show you. It has this gorgeous bicolor leaves, which is very pretty. But I have all these leaves that is being converted at the moment, and they're all coming back same solid colors, which I do need to go ahead and remove the solid colors, because otherwise they're going to the entire tree will convert to its regular solid leaves, which I don't want that to happen. But I am also thinking, okay, well, how long am I supposed to do this? I'm not sure if I like this variety just for that reason. I do love how beautiful it is. I mean, you can see right here, pink on red, very, very pretty. But I do need to keep maintaining in order to keep that, bicolor going. So I'm not sure, especially if it gets really big, it might be a real problem to keep maintaining that. Eventually, I might just have to let it go red. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see how that goes. And if we continue here, we have, and I forgot to show you I have David Austin roses here too. I have two red David Austin roses. Here they are, the red variety is the LD Brightsweight, and it's very, very nice. I love this rose. It lasts a while. The flower lasts a long time. Upright, beautiful. Adore this rose. It's just very, very nice. And I did plant several of these in my garden just because I absolutely adored it. And then, of course, I have, beautiful hellebores here, there, which, hopefully I can add more hellebores as I go, and they're just absolutely stunning. So there is another Ethiopian here. This is intersectional one. This one is called Barzilla. has a beautiful creamy yellow color. Absolutely stunning Ethiopian when they're all in bloom. It's just amazing. So here we have lined with the edges with the boxwoods, and I planted more David Aston rose here. This one I believe is a Lady Gardener, so I'm excited about that. They're very pretty, very beautiful rose. And then of course I have a climbing rose here. The wind has broken everything. I might have to either redo it. George tried to put screws in it, and this just was too flimsy to take the screws, so I might just have to replace the whole thing. But either way, it'll be okay for the moment. I do have, I planted beautiful climbing rose here. This is a Princess Margarita, and it's absolutely beautiful climbing rose. This is one of my absolute favorite one of my very favorite of David Aston roses. I'm excited that I'm able to get. I have 2 in the garden, and I'm always so worried that they might discontinue and I can't get their roses again, so I went ahead and got a few of them. Another Lady Gardener rose here. Then of course we have a little lime hydrangea. This one was actually proven winners, which I was so excited to find in France, and I went ahead and bought it. It was already in a nice big size, and it flowered really well last year, so I'm very excited about that. Let's see, I planted small, very tiny bitty Japanese maple here. I mean, it's not going to be tiny for a while, you know, after a while, but this one called Phoenix, it has a very interesting pink color in the spring. I have another delphinium coming up here, a couple of echinaceas that I planted last year. These are the strawberry cream, I believe. And then, you know, we have Arthropurpureum, Japanese maple, and it's very pretty. It has a gorgeous fall color as well. Then we have Clematis here, and this one is, I believe it's Puyo. The name is, you know, it's growing, is doing much better than it. I moved that cup from a shadier spot, and it's starting to do really well. Not as growing as fast, but it's doing good. So we have another Ethiopian here that is doing really well. This one also is Bartzella. Bartzella is absolutely stunning. Has just bright, beautiful, creamy yellow color. When it opens, the flowers are starting to open. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So here, you know, I'm going to end my tour right here, you know, just because there was just so much here, to show you just within this bed here. I do have this beautiful Japanese maple, which I wanted to talk about. This one is a ruby star and has, it's very pretty. It's one of my my favorites. It's hard to tell, everything is my favorite, but here you go. You can see the beautiful star. It's called it's the ruby star. Also we have German bearded irises. They're already budding, which is really nice here. Then we have another David Aston rose. This is a Lady Gardener, and I think, and some daylilies. We have daylilies. Boxwood, it just didn't do well for me. I think it's alive. I might give a little time. I planted boxwoods last year, and neither of them did well. Maybe one did well. The rest died. I have another one right here that died. I am not going to remove that just because I'm going to replace it with another boxwood, and hopefully beginning of May, they usually bring those boxwoods. I'm going to plant right in the same spot, so I'm going to wait a little bit so I know exactly where I'm going to plant my new one. So I might replace this one, and of course this one has also need to be replaced. So I have about maybe four boxwoods that I have to replace, unfortunately. Anyway, this concludes our tour. I wanted to take the time and show you, because a lot of times I plant and I don't take you around the beds and show you all the plants that are growing. There are so many plants. It's really almost it's difficult to do all the tour in one time. So I do love to collect plants as well. So they are very individual for me, each one of them. So I wanted to show you this salvia that we bought yesterday. I'm really excited. I have never had this before, and this is my first time planting them. This is a red salvia. I'm so excited. They're supposed to get about 90 centimeters wide, I think, what we read. Maybe 2 feet tall. I kind of wanted them to be a little lower because I didn't want them to be higher than the boxwoods, because this is where I would like to plant some salvias right in front of the boxwoods and line up our pergola right on the edges. So I'm going to remove some of these pansies that we have and move them into the container back there. But also I should show you all these tulips that are opening really quick. All these tulips are open, already started to open, and we had lots of rain yesterday. Also, it's been super windy, so you can see that everything is kind of like in one direction at the moment. But soon I will just go ahead and probably cut them off and just let them die back. But I do have a few pansies that I'm going to plant right here because I lost a few of them. So, and then instead of the pansies, I'm going to plant salvias. But I wanted to show you these double tulips because they are really beautiful. They were very tall, and of course they didn't stand the wind, unfortunately, but I'm still enjoying them because they're just so incredibly gorgeous. So he just shoots out from one place to the other. It's so funny. Okay. So, all right, so I'm going to place my salvias on edges and see how many I have, and I'm not sure if I'm going to need more, but anyway, I think I'm not going to plant too close to each other because I think they're going to get a little big. I have a feeling that they will be big. So I'm just going to go ahead and place them. Okay everyone, so I went ahead and planted all the red salvias, and they're supposed to get they probably will get a little big, but hopefully, you know, this is so seasonal that hopefully they're not going to get to their maximum capacity, height or width. And you know, because I really want them to stay a little into smaller side, so they look really nice in front of the boxwoods. And I think they will not have the chance to grow too long, hopefully, because again, they're annual for us. They are perennials for zone 9, but you know, we are not quite there, and so I will have to remove them the end of the summer. They're just seasonal, but I think this red color will bring really pretty, vibrant color into this garden and around the edges, just to bring another interest. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. I need to do more often, I think, because you know, I do most of the time I do lots of planting videos, but not enough videos to show you what's really growing in my flower beds. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, thank you so much for all of our new subscribers, all the new viewers. Thank you for all the views, and thank you for all the thumbs up. Again, if you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.